Hello and welcome to Bloke on the Range. This is episode 6 of the Swiss Straight Pull series, and I don't have the rifle concerned. It's a unicorn, a real unicorn. I'll explain why in a minute. Now, as early as 1892, the army was looking at adopting some form of shoulder-fired weapon for the positional artillery, mostly. So the artillery built into fortresses in the mountains. The general consensus of the military at the time was that, well, there wasn't enough time in a recruit school to teach 3 artillery pieces and a rifle. So the issue was kind of on hold for a bit until they did a test at a recruit school and took some positional artillery recruits and taught them the 3 artillery pieces and the rifle. Now, so that removed the training-related objection to giving these guys shoulder weapons. But then there was the question of what shoulder weapons. Now, the 1893 Cavalry Carbine, which you've already seen in an earlier video, is just not accurate enough. If they've got to use their rifles, they need them. And the model 89/96 is too long and heavy to be cluttering around inside fortifications. So they said, well, that cadet rifle we just had, that would be great if we give it a magazine. So that's basically what they did. Now, this is one of the cadet rifles. So we're going to have to play imagination, and I'll put up a photo at an appropriate moment of the real thing. Effectively, you take this and you stick a 6-round detachable magazine on it, and you're more or less done. The differences are relatively minor. Here you've got some little finger grooves on the cadet, which were eliminated. There's some minor differences in the handguard and in the front band. And otherwise, yeah, that was cited only for GP90 ammunition because we're still in the GP90 era. We have not yet moved on to the GP11 cartridge. That's coming in the future. The cadet rifle was scaled for the cadet cartridge and GP90. Obviously not necessary. And that's basically it. Now, the magazine, again, even the magazines are unicorns. So this is a 1911 magazine, and the only difference with this really is that it had a reinforcing band around it, rather like on an 1889 or an 89/96. Now, there were 18,750 of these made, and they were issued to positional artillery, fortress troops, telegraph companies and cyclists. I don't think the field artillery got them, but there's no information in the book on that. It would be logical for them to have got them, but I cannot confirm that right now. Big question though is, why are they unicorns? And in fact they're more unicorny than the 89/96, which I've managed to get myself a hold of. The reason is that there were very few private ones made, private purchase ones, because it wasn't as interesting for target shooting as an 89/96. I believe I have seen in auction catalogues, in old auction catalogues, that there were some private ones, but for target shooting, the longer sight radius and the general prejudice towards longer barrels for target shooting in the era meant that no one was going to spend their own money on one for that purpose. But the real reason, if you look at the production figures, it seems that all but 250, 350 that were made were converted into these, which we'll get onto another time. This is technically a K00/11. This is a 13,000 range serial number. This used to be a Model 1900 short rifle, and it's been converted into a K11. We'll get onto that in good time. Now, of those 350 or so rifles that were unconverted, a certain number of them will have been lost, destroyed in accidents, bent beyond repair, breech explosions, whatever. So there are very, very few of them remaining. Now, sometimes in auction catalogues you see down conversions of K00/11s back to Model 1900 configuration, and these are easily identifiable because all of the conversions were cut for the unicorn DM Lader, a Mauser type stripper clip. They were They were trialled, but they were never issued, but all of the GP11 rifles were cut for this clip, and anyone trying to pass off a short rifle as genuine if it's got these clip notches is trying to pull a fast one on you. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like and subscribe, and please, if you haven't already done so, consider kicking us $1 a month or so on Patreon, because it really does help in continuing to bring you this kind of content looking at old guns mostly. Bye.